Hello everyone. First of all, I welcome you all to this online class. Today, what we are going to study is this is about complex numbers, and already we know that how to denote the complex number. Suppose z is equal to a plus iota b. Here a is the real part, b is the imaginary part, but a and b both they are real numbers. Okay, for example, z is equal to 3 minus 4 iota. This is the complex number. Okay, we also know what is iota. Iota is equal to square root of minus 1. Okay, all these things we have already discussed in previous video. Similarly, if one more example we take, z is equal to 5 plus 3 iota, suppose. So what is the conjugate of z? Then this will be equal to 5, the sign of imaginary part will be changed, plus 3 will become minus 3 iota. So this is the way how we can find the conjugate of a complex number. Given complex number, then how to find the multiplicative inverse of this? Multiplicative inverse of z, this is equal to 1 upon z. Very simple. That is, we write this as z inverse. Multiplicative inverse of z, this is written like this: z power minus 1. Z inverse is equal to 1 upon z. 1 upon, what is the value of z? This is 3 minus 4 iota. Today we shall know how to represent, how to describe the complex numbers on the geometry, geometrical meaning. What is the meaning, geometrical meaning of complex numbers? Before that, let us have the xy plane, x-axis and y-axis. This is called the coordinate system, coordinate plane of x-axis and y-axis. Now, what you say about the coordinates of this point? Here this is the point, any point in fourth quadrant of xy plane. What are the coordinates of this? The coordinates of this point, suppose the name of this point is p, xy, x comma y. Here the value of x is 4 and y is minus 3. This way we can describe any point, we can locate any point on the xy plane. Now what to do of this xy plane with the complex numbers? Here in complex numbers, we what we do, xy plane, this is called Argand plane. This is called Argand plane, or simply we can say complex plane. Argand plane or complex plane, right? So what is the thing, what is the difference? Now the y-axis they become imaginary axis, imaginary axis, and x-axis here they are called real axis. Now this way this point pxy, that becomes zxy, and this is 4 comma minus 3, and this is equal to 4 this minus 3 iota. This way we can say about this point z in Argand plane, that is complex plane. Similarly, here if we take this point, y is plus 1, 2 and 3, and this point, this is point, suppose z, z point, x coordinate is 4 and y coordinate is 3. Then what we say, here z is equal to 4 plus 3 iota. In place of z we can name this any other point, suppose this is point a. So in the form of complex number, this point a having the coordinates 4 comma 3, complex numbers, z is equal to 4 plus 3 iota is the way geometrically how we can write this number. Now suppose there is any point P. P is any point in the Argand plane with coordinates x comma y. So here if we join OP, this OP distance, this is called modulus of z. So if we say z is equal to x plus iota y, then what is z? Modulus of z. This is equal to distance between OP. We have x square plus y square. Now if we draw perpendicular on x-axis from this point P, that is on real axis, then this way we get 190-degree angled triangle, right angled triangle with acute angle anti-clockwise direction. Angle is theta. Okay, it means what is this? Suppose the foot of perpendicular is n. So what is ON? This is x. What is NP? This is y. And this is modulus of z. In simple words, simply we say this as R. R is the symbol for modulus of z. Now what happens? What is y upon y? R. Y upon R. Perpendicular upon hypotenuse. This is equal to sine theta. It means we can say y is equal to r sine theta. Right? Similarly, here x upon r, base upon hypotenuse, that is equal to cos theta. So from here we get x is equal to r cos theta. Right? Now accordingly the coordinates of point P, which were x comma y, now substituting these values, they become now P r cos theta, that is the value of x, comma r sin theta, that is the value of y. Okay, now what is the complex number? Z is equal to x plus iota y. Now what we do, we substitute this value here. X value is r cos theta plus I, y mean r sin theta. Okay, now taking r common, we are left with cos theta plus iota sin theta. So z is equal to this form. What is the name of this form? This form is called polar form of the complex number. So z is equal to r into cos theta plus iota sin theta is the polar form of complex number. Here very important thing, r is called modulus, modulus of the complex number z, and this theta is called argument, argument of z. So these two new terms are there in polar form, in polar form representation of the given complex number. Now thing is, when this theta, this is less than or equal to pi and greater than or equal to minus pi, then this is called principal argument, principal argument of z. What is principal argument of z? When this angle theta is greater than or equal to minus pi, less than or equal to plus pi, it means this theta is principal argument of z. Now let us take one question, how to convert any complex number in polar form. Question is, convert the complex number square root 3 plus iota into polar form. So here first of all we name the given complex number to be z. let z is equal to square root of 3 plus iota. But in general form, what we say, z is equal to x plus iota y. So what we do, we substitute x is equal to r cos theta, and we substitute y is equal to r sin theta. So here in this question, the value of x is square root 3. This is equal to r cos theta, and value of y is iota, the coefficient is 1. 1 is equal to r sin theta. Okay, now what we do, squaring and adding. First of all, squaring mean square root 3 its whole square, left side here squaring 1 whole square, and adding together. So left side square root 3 whole square plus 1 whole square, right side as well, this becomes r into cos theta whole square plus this is r sin theta whole square. So this is 3 plus 1 is equal to r square into cos square theta plus this is r square into sin square theta. So we see that 4 is equal to, taking r square common, cos theta cos square theta plus sin square theta. Sin square theta plus cos square theta value is 1. So r square is 4. This implies the value of r is 2. Here minus sign is ignored because r is modulus, r is distance, which is non-negative. Now what to do? Here from these two, number 1, number 2, dividing on dividing, that is r sin theta divide r cos theta. Right side, then now left side is 1 divide square root of 3. R cancelled, mean to say tangent theta is equal to 1 upon square root 3. So what is the value of theta when tangent theta is 1 upon square root 3? This is 30 degree, tangent 30 degree, or we can say tangent pi by 6. So the value of theta is equal to pi by 6. Now theta, the argument of z is obtained, and r modulus of z, the given complex number, is obtained. So what is the complex number in polar form now? In polar form, we write this as is equal to r into cos theta plus iota sin theta. This was given complex number. So the value of r is 2 into cos theta is pi by 6. Pi by 6 plus iota sine of pi by 6. This way we can convert the given complex number into polar form. One very interesting thing is here. We see that in Argand plane, the coordinates of the point, they will be square root of 3 comma 1. It means this is in first quadrant. Okay, first quadrant. So we can find the value of theta after observing the location of the point, whether this is in first quadrant or in second quadrant, in third or fourth quadrant. Similar example we are taking here. Question number 2. Convert the complex number minus 1 plus iota into polar form. So here the complex number is z is equal to minus 1 plus iota. That is, in the system of coordinate system, what are the coordinates minus 1 comma 1, right? This implies what we know about this point: x is negative, y is positive, which is possible only in second quadrant. So theta lies in second quadrant. Okay, so it means how, first of all we put x is equal to, that is, x is equal to r cos theta, y is equal to r sin theta, and this implies that minus 1 is equal to r cos theta and 1 is equal to r sin theta. First of all, squaring and adding this 1 minus 1 whole square plus 1 whole square, that is equal to r square, which gives us r square is equal to 2, that is the value of r is square root of 2. On dividing, we get r sin theta divide r cos theta is equal to 1 upon minus 1, that is tangent theta is equal to minus 1. Now we know that tangent of pi by 4 is equal to 1, but in second quadrant, tangent of pi minus pi by 4, this is equal to minus 1. So this is the requirement, that is, we say tangent of 3 pi by 4 is minus 1. So what we say here, tangent theta is equal to tangent 3 pi by 4, that is the value of theta is 3 pi by 4. So the given complex number z is equal to, in in the form of polar form, r into cos theta plus iota sin theta becomes, r value is square root of 2 into cos theta is 3 pi divide 4 plus iota sine of theta mean 3 pi divide 4. This is the required polar form. Now we shall discuss about quadratic equation in complex form, complex number. First of all, quadratic equation. We just take the general form ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Suppose this is the quadratic equation. Now we divide this quadratic equation in two parts. One side real roots, second side non-real roots. Real roots mean discriminant, which is b square minus 4ac. This should be greater than or equal to 0. Whereas here non-real roots mean the discriminant from here, b square minus 4ac, are less than 0. Okay. Now up to class 10 we have studied, if roots are real, that is b square minus 4ac is greater than or equal to 0, then the value of x is equal to minus b, this minus b plus minus square root of b square minus 4ac whole divided 2a. This way we get the roots of the quadratic equation. But here in case of complex numbers, that is non-real roots, what we do, we here just write x is equal to minus b plus minus iota square root of, in place of b square minus 4ac we write 4ac minus b square whole divide 2a. This way we get the roots of the quadratic equation where the roots are non-real, that is the roots are complex numbers. Now let us have one example of the quadratic equation having complex numbers as the roots of the quadratic equation. Solve square root of 2x square plus x plus square root 2 equal to 0. Just first of all comparing this with the general form, that is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Here the value of a is square root 2, b is equal to the coefficient of x which is equal to 1, and c is equal to square root of 2. So what we see, what is the value of b square minus 4ac? This is equal to b mean 1, its whole square, minus 4 into a is square root of 2, and c is again square root of 2. So what is the result? 1 minus this multiplication, 2 into 4, 8, that is equal to minus 7. So what we see? We see that b square minus 4ac are less than 0, negative. So roots are non-real numbers. It means how we can find the roots? X is equal to minus b plus minus iota square root of, we just write here 4ac minus b square upon 2a, this way. This means minus b. What is b? This is 1. Plus minus iota into square root of 4ac minus b square, that is plus 7. Divide 2 into a. A is square root 2. So these are the roots of the quadratic equation. These are the complex numbers. Roots as the complex numbers. Now our next topic is how to find the square root of a complex number. Suppose z is equal to minus 4 minus 7 iota. So find square root of minus 4 minus 7 iota, this way. Such questions, how to find the square root of the complex number, this is the now topic. So let us discuss this with one example. Let us take one question. Find the square root of minus 7 minus 24 iota. So here first of all we just consider, let square root of this minus 7 minus 24 iota. Direct result we are assuming here to be x plus iota y. So what we should do here? First of all, squaring on both sides. That is, we write here minus 7 minus 24 iota is equal to its square. Square mean x square plus iota y its whole square plus 2ab, that is 2 into x into iota y. That is, we write this as x square plus I square mean minus y square, this becomes minus y square, and plus iota into 2xy, right? So mean to say x square minus y square is the real part. So equating real part, that is x square minus y square value is minus 7, as well as here iota coefficient is this is 2xy, and here the coefficient of I is minus 24. Okay, now what we do, we know the identity a plus b whole square is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab. Likewise, we also know what is a minus b whole square. This is equal to a square plus b square minus 2ab. Now just adding these two, what happens? A plus b whole square plus a minus b whole square is equal to 2 times, or simply in place of adding subtracting minus, then what happens, this is cancelled, this is cancelled, this becomes 4 into ab, right? So what we do now, in place of a we put x square, in place of b we put y square. So now our new term that becomes x square plus y square, its whole square, is equal to, this will go to right hand side, that is x square minus y square and plus 4 into x square into y square. Now x square y square its whole square also, this is here. So we say the value of x square minus y square its whole square is equal to 49. That is, we put here 49 plus, from here squaring both sides we get 4x square into y square, that is equal to, here 24 into 24 is 576. So we substitute this value of 4x square into y square, which is 576. So now adding, what is the result? 625. Now, so what we conclude here now? We see that x square plus y square whole square is 625. We can say x square plus y square, taking square root of both sides. This is 25. Also, we know here the x square minus y square is equal to minus 7. Okay, now what we do, we just add these two, this becomes 2x square is equal to, what is answer, 2x square is equal to 18. So it means x square is equal to 9. So again we can say the value of x is plus minus 3. Now simply if we take x square is equal to 9 and substitute here, x square is 9, so 9 minus y square is equal to minus 7. So this implies y square is equal to 9 plus 7. So this means 16. So again y is equal to plus minus 4. So these two values of x and y are obtained. X is plus minus 3 and y is plus minus 4. Y is equal to plus minus 4. X is equal to plus minus 3. But see this, 2xy is equal to minus 24. This means the product of two numbers is negative. If one x is positive, then y should be negative. If y is positive, then x should be positive. So mean to say x plus iota y, they can take the values. If we take x positive, so x positive mean 3, then y should be negative. That is, we should write here minus iota into 4, 4 iota, minus 4 iota. Or if we take x negative, that is minus 3, then we should take y positive, plus 4 iota. This way, what is the square root of minus 7 minus 24 iota? This is equal to, two numbers are there. One is 3 minus 4 iota, second is minus 3 plus 4 iota. That's all. Thank you very much.